What happened was that because having already constructed the world, they became drawn into it.
The world was constructed like a model aeroplane?
No, but it existed in posse and in a large scale plan before The Hobbit was written. The Hobbit was in fact originally an attempt to write something outside it and grew into it.
So that you had literally invented the world before you even wrote The Hobbit?
Oh yes, indeed.
Why?
Why? I don't think I could not really think why one wishes to create a thing like that.
Well then, all right, how? What started it? There must have been a point at which quite suddenly, like God, you chose to make the world like that.
I was going to use that illustration. That's what I did that. Because, as I've said elsewhere, I think that if you wish to push me back into what semi-theological or philosophical, I think because being made by a creator, one of our natural faculties is wishing to create. But since we aren't creators, we have to sub-create.
So while I do think that Tolkien has international appeal, and I think Tolkien's books are designed to appeal to millions of people, and they were written to really cross many sections of society. Fundamentally, Tolkien's work is at the heart Catholic, and in that, Christian. So I'm going to just read a little bit from this New York Times article. So the author says, here's where Tolkien's Christian faith is most evident. We are to reject the will to power because our triumph does not depend on our strength. While Tolkien rejected the idea that the Lord of the Rings was an allegory, he said it was neither allegorical nor topical. He also said it is, of course, a fundamentally religious and Catholic work, unconsciously so at first, but consciously in the revision.
Come on, I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you. Come on!
So another interesting point as to why this comes up is that Tolkien himself is actually a convert, because Tolkien became a Catholic because his mother became a Catholic. So he was originally an Anglican the first 9 years of his life, and then I believe it upon his father's death, his mother converted, and he converted following his mother. But he had many opportunities after he had converted to go and return back to the Anglican faith, and he chose not to. I'm using an excerpt of Holloway's video, and I quoted Holloway in my video.
Everything that he wrote, everything that came out of his creative imagination, was shaped by this faith that he held on to through difficulties and reaffirmed at many different pivotal points in
So
his
I found
life.
an interesting article, and it's an abstract written by Sophia Friedman in 2017, and she wrote a paper really about Tolkien and religion. The paper that she wrote is Religion and Morality in Tolkien's The Hobbit specifically. But it had something interesting that I thought was here, and I quote, "The most scholars look for an allegorical representation of the author's Catholic faith in the novel. It is not there." Instead, Tolkien found spirituality in the process of writing and in creating a believable secondary world. Rather than trying to convert his readers to Christianity like some of his contemporaries, Tolkien asked his readers something more foundational: to practice growth by choosing good over evil. So good or evil, what is your choice? So I think another important quote from this paper that I'll go through, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I just want to keep this video on the short side. So the supposedly young target audience for this novel is both a boon and a curse to scholars. In one sense, it clarifies many of Tolkien's motives, yet in another, it obfuscates his morals. This essay, in trying to clarify the questions of Religion and Morality in Tolkien's work has two sections. The first explores the motivation behind the writing of the novel and the inherent Catholicism that suffuses it. The work is inextricable from the author's religion, though the relationship between the novel and Christianity is complex. The second section will explore morality in the work through the lens of the unreliable and absolutist narrator. The Hobbit is an intrinsically Catholic book in which Tolkien's narrator imposes his morally absolutist views on the world in opposition to some of Tolkien's own views. So if you like what you've heard, like, subscribe, join the membership. If you want to be a Patreon, let me know. I have a Patreon, and make it a great day. If you made it this far, here's some of your bonus footage.
Oh, Mary Sue, Mary Sue, I love you. Oh, Mary Sue, only you. You can save the day when we're lost in a major way. Oh, Mary Sue. Oh, Mary Sue, only you. You can save the day when we're lost in a major way.